Hi, welcome to my review of the new horror thriller film Barbarian. So I just went out to go and see this in cinemas. It's only just been released here in the UK. I think because of such positive test screenings and really good critical response this film had, it's ended up getting a much wider theatrical release than was originally planned. So I'm guessing that's why it's taken so long for the film to come out over here. So I've been having to dodge spoilers left and right so that I could go into this one completely blind. That is absolutely the best way to go in to see Barbarian. I know when we got those trailers a few months back, I was really gripped by them. They looked really intriguing and quite scary, but they didn't give away any of the plot twists, any of the end of the film reveals, which is really great because I feel like these days so many trailers give away way too much information for films. You end up seeing things in the trailer that when you finally get round to watching the movie, you end up being able to piece together things that I feel like you shouldn't, that should have come as a surprise reveal. Whereas I'm really glad they didn't do that here. And that makes this film a really great experience because this film is absolutely full of completely insane plot twists. So we're following this character of Tess, this young woman who's booked this rental house, like an Airbnb, for this job interview she has the next day. And when she arrives there, she finds that there's this guy already staying there who claims he's booked the house for the exact same night that she has. And when they get inside, they start to find out that even more sinister stuff is going on within this house. The main positive I can say about this movie is you cannot predict a single one of the plot twists that happen here. I feel like so often when you see a lot of horror films like I do, you end up being able to predict so many of the twists and the reveals, and you see jumps and scares coming a mile out. With Barbarian, you will not be able to see anything that is coming. The film keeps you guessing the whole way through. It's completely insane. It's extremely unique and an absolutely wild experience. It builds this really intriguing setup and then just keeps you engaged 100% from beginning to end. I really love the opening act here when Tess finally goes in and she's getting to know this character of Keith, who is this guy that's staying at the house. And it's really brilliantly done because it shows that these two characters off the bat have quite a nice chemistry between them. But the way the film portrays these scenes, it's so that you know, and it feels uncomfortable. You definitely know there's something sinister going on, and it has you wondering just about, is he in on whatever is going to end up happening here, or is he genuinely just as confused as she is, and going to get caught up in this crazy situation with her. Great casting as well, having Bill Skarsgård play Keith. You know, of course, he was Pennywise in It, so he's got that quite creepy look about him, but he also does have quite a bit of charm as well. So you can't help but be engaged by this character, and you feel like at any moment he could change into someone else. You don't really know what his true intentions are, and he was the perfect guy to play this role. Despite this being a really dark and demented film, I like that we also still get these really good moments of humour, especially when Justin Long's character turns up. You know, he's an actor that just has a really good delivery, he's really good with comedy, and they just got some really good laughs out of me watching this. And it didn't take away from the seriousness of the film. You know, there's a lot of long, scary sequences that are really effectively done. But I did like they had those little moments of humour throughout. I thought they worked really well here. I genuinely don't really have anything too negative to say about this movie. I probably would say that the first segment, or everything leading up to where we first get introduced to Justin Long's character, is the best part of the film. Not to say at all it goes downhill after that, but that first segment is just so brilliantly done. I found myself thinking I would not have changed a single thing about the way they executed this here. They do have this one scene at the end where there's an effect used, which I think looked a little bit strange and didn't entirely work. I don't blame the movie too much. I know this was a low budget production, So you can't always blame a film like this for not having the best effects. But I think they could have framed this scene in a slightly better way, just because the final result looked a little bit weird and took me out for a second. I think they could have just done that a little bit better. So overall, I absolutely loved Barbarian. I really recommend you go and see this one. I thought it was really unique and had a load of crazy plot twists that I genuinely didn't see coming. So if you're looking just to get away from that usual formula that some horror films can fall into and see something really different, I really advise you to go out and see this one. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 rating. I'm really intrigued to see this one again as well, because it might even go up to a 4.5 rating for me. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe if you enjoyed my review of Barbarian, and I'll see you next time.